have a plan for this piece. I think I'm gonna try to upcycle this into something cool. So more to come on the little steering wheel. Okay guys, so today we're making over the steering wheel to my kids' play structure, which we just took down and actually made it into a garden stand, a farm stand kind of thing, with selling flowers and different things on the side of our home. So we upcycled our whole play structure, and I really wanted to upcycle this wheel. I have fond memories of my little boy, you know, driving the boat, driving the car, and I really wanted to do something special with this. So here is what we are doing today. I got myself a dowel, and I already did this part off camera, but I went ahead and just cut it to size and then hot glued it here. And then I realized I also needed to spray paint the center of this, because what I'm going to be doing is doing a wrapping technique. So I went to Michael's and got these macrame cords. I'm sure you could get them elsewhere. The brand is Loops and Threads, and I picked out kind of this neutral kind of color. It's not really orange, not really brown. And my plan is to wrap. So I thought it would be a little awkward to wrap this center part. And also I can use the center part to hang this in my garden. So my plan is to make this into garden art for my yard. So I am going to start here in the middle. I still think if I pull it tight, there would be enough room for a screw, and it will be a good starting place. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the wrapping. So in order to do the wrapped method here, what I'm going to do is just start in the middle, and I'm going to be using a hot glue gun today. I'm going to hot glue this and then go ahead and begin going to the side and wrapping the arms, working my way across the now peace sign, what was a wheel and now a peace sign from my kids' play structure. A couple other things I got are these oval wood beads, also from Michael's, but I'm sure you could get things. And then this was the actual full dowel, and just to show you, I have some of this material left now I can use for a different project as well. So other than that and a glue gun, no other supplies are needed for this. My glue gun's been plugged in for a little while, but oh, there we go. Tell me in the comments, do you have a cordless, it's always helpful to have a pencil or something to press with besides your finger when you're working with a hot glue gun, by the way. Anyways, what was I saying? Tell me if you have a glue gun that is wireless. I have been looking at, you know, battery powered glue guns, thinking, you know, that is the way to go, basically having it cordless. Speaking of cords, this cord's gonna be kind of a mess here. So I think what I'll do is I'll take a minute and wind this up nicely so I have a ball rather than a lump here, and just kind of detangle this before I get too much further. But let's go ahead and get a first couple rows here just to get it in place. Okay, so I am gonna have one piece here, but I could try to tie that into the design as well. I really thought that would be a secure way to do this. So now I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue back here just to kind of hold that in place. Again, with my corded hot glue gun that's seen better days, but still gets the job done, I suppose. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this first, like I said, first couple wraps done, and then I'll deal with this ball of yarn. I just want to get it kind of started here. I'm gonna try to keep the glue to the back, and I'm honestly not much sure how much glue I'm gonna need. I'm assuming I could probably do, you know, a row or two and then do a spotted glue on the back, but I'm not entirely sure. So more to come on that to see how this goes. One way I learned how to roll like a ball like this is to just kind of start going one way with your hands and then go ahead and flip it, and then just start winding the other direction, and then kind of cross that and just kind of keep going, you know, to sort of hand roll a nicer ball, especially on a project like this. So I'm just going to keep with that and get this wound up all the rest of the way. All right, so now I've come to the end of that row and it's looking really good. I like the way it's turning out. So now I'm gonna go ahead and work my way. I might need one more wrap here. And then I'm gonna start to wrap the other direction to start going onto the actual round part and kind of work my way towards another arm. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure to secure this one here real well. And then I'm basically going to switch directions. And even though I tried to keep my yarn or my macrame cord in like a ball, it's still kind of just all over the place. So it's a little frustrating to work with, I have to say. I know how to knit. I don't know how to crochet very well. I can probably do like a regular chain, but that's about it. So yeah, it's, I don't know that the yarn crosser for me. Anyway, all right, so that's as simple as that. I'm just gonna start switching directions. Now I'm gonna glue some of this into place so it holds. So especially this first couple here, I'm gonna be careful with that glue gun, it is hot. All right, so I've come to the end of my rope. Ha ha ha, that was my joke. That was my punny joke. Okay, it was a mom joke. Moving on. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go up this arm. So I'm gonna switch directions again. And I did get that tacked down with some glue. And I'm gonna go this way so that that transitions on the back. So I'm gonna use a little glue to help me with this part. And I'm gonna try not to burn myself because I'm notorious for this sort of thing. So we're gonna go this direction. All right, I'm trying something different at this transition. So I went around and then now I'm going back up. So I did do one row up and one row here. And now I'm gonna start going this direction. Now, I don't know if that's gonna make a huge difference, but I might end up with some of the yellow plastic showing, which wasn't my intention completely, but you know what? I still think it's gonna look really cool. Had I known that, I might have spray painted it. I might have spray painted it green, but I don't know. I think it could be a good like homage to the original anyway, just to have a little bit of that yellow showing through. And I could always work on incorporating the colors through like some beading or something like that. And also I'm realizing I do have enough cord. I got 3 of these spools of yarn, basically these yarn balls, and now I know that I have enough to get through the project because I'm about 1/3 of the way through and I still have plenty here and 2 more skeins, I guess. Skeins. I don't know what I'm trying to say, guys. All right, I am being careful right here because that wood part is just like hot glued on there. So it's not on there super, like it's just with hot glue. So I want to be a little careful here. Okay, so I've come around to the back of this last piece, and I think I am going to go ahead and cut my cord. I'll show you why here in a second. Oops. So if I go ahead and cut it there, I mean, the other thing is I could thread it through there, but then I'm losing room to hang it, which might be okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know if I could fit 4 of those through there though to do it every time. So it might be that I end up trimming that one as well. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut that, make sure it's on there really well. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start here again and work my way to the next arm. Okay, so I am at the end here of my very last strand. So I'm just pulling everything tight as I go. I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue this bit. And then I can kind of look at it from the front and decide, you know, what else I might want to do. I'm still thinking about hanging it through the center, but I could also put a loop on it. Ow. I could put a loop on it for hanging, and then I kind of want to see about maybe adding some hanging beads to the bottom. And I'm gonna try to kind of tack those into place. Okay, so here it is from the front. I think it's looking pretty good. So what I'm thinking about is taking some loops like this, and then you could loop them around the bottom and add some beads. So the question is, how long should the beads be? And the answer is, I don't know, not very long.
The beads or the ropes?
Well, the ropes. Yes, the ropes. So I think that's probably good. So what I'm going to do is, so I take the full length, fold it in half, bring it up, and then I'm going to make kind of a loop like that. Sorry, I have more room here. And then at the bottom, I was thinking about adding some beads. And I might not put very many of these, but maybe like 1 or 2. And if I struggle with this, I could use a little bit of tape to kind of make like a little flosser, or I could kind of jam it through, which is not working. So I'm going to use the tape trick, so I'll show you that. All right, so I've got a little bit of double-sided tape here. You can use regular tape. This just happens to be what I have. So I'm going to take the end and kind of twist it and then tape it into more of a needle shape. Now this is sticky on both sides, but if I go quick, I should be okay. Give it a twist, there we go. And I'm gonna do that to the other side. And I could always just leave the tape, or I could kind of fray the edges, which might look cool too. So the tape could be kind of just a temporary fix. Oops. Okay. So then that could hang down like that. I think I'm gonna make this one a little bit shorter. So I'm just gonna tie a knot at the end here. And I could add more beads too. So like maybe I'll do one bead here, and then maybe this one I'll do 2 beads because I think I have enough. And I could kind of fray the ends of the rope or the macrame, and I'm untwisting this one, which isn't really not what I want to do. Come on, whoop, there it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 on that one, just tie it off. And I'm gonna lay this, I need a little bit more room to be honest, but here we go. I'll turn it this way. So I'm gonna lay this out. So I wanna get some different lengths on my rope here and my knotting. Okay, I'm gonna do another set like that. Just to make them a little bit more even. And again, I could like fray the bottoms if I wanted to. I think I'm going to bring this one up just a little bit. And this one up just a little bit, just to kind of show off the fact that they're shorter on the sides. Great, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this vertical and hang it up and see how it's looking. So I went ahead and decided to add one more kind of square knot here to the top, just to hide a little bit more of that yellow, and then to create, you know, kind of a hanging bit up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just knot that like that. And then that can be a place to hang it, and it kind of camouflaged a little bit more of the yellow. So I think that looks good. Guys, well, it's pretty bright out here right now, but this is where I decided to hang it, which is by my Vigo garden beds. And I just used a command hook. I didn't want to mess around with putting a nail in the wall or whatever, or a screw. So I just stuck a command hook up there, so we'll see how well it holds. But yeah, it turned out super cute. I love the like boho vibes of it. I love it here with all of my beautiful zinnias, and who knows, maybe I'll start another art wall over on this side of my garden. On the other side of my garden here, which I will try to not go too fast here, I do have my art wall over here, which has some fun signs and things. This is a wind spinner I upcycled in a different video. This was, I think, an Amazon thing. And oh, and my bicycle planter, which obviously needs a new plant. And then I put up my little shelves here, so I still need to put some potted plants there. So this is my other art wall. So yeah, maybe this is the beginnings of maybe a second art wall here, so who knows. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It looks really cute.